Imagine being 6 years old again, sitting cross-legged on your bedroom floor, surrounded by toys that still feel alive with magic. The world is infinite, everything seems possible, and then, like lightning splitting a summer sky, mortality crashes into your consciousness for the first time. "Do I have to die?" I asked my father, voice trembling with that uniquely childhood blend of innocence and terror. His response? A shrug that would echo through decades. Yes, because that's just how it is. No protective lies, no spiritual comfort, just the raw truth that would eventually become the cornerstone of my entire understanding of existence. Last night at 2 a.m., I was texting my sister about some ridiculous meme. You know, one of those meaningless exchanges that somehow mean everything. Mid-laugh, my screen reflected my own face, and suddenly it hit me like a tsunami of awareness. This conversation, these laughs, these seemingly mundane moments we take for granted, they're like water slipping through our fingers. We pretend we have forever, but we're all just temporary visitors in each other's stories, leaving footprints in sand that the tide will eventually wash away. Here's a truth that will rewire your brain if you let it sink deep enough. Consciousness isn't just awareness. It's like a candle flame that's been burning for 13.8 billion years, since the very beginning of time. Through some cosmic lottery that defies comprehension, that universal flame currently flickers in you. You're not just living your life. You're the universe experiencing itself through your unique perspective, through your joys and sorrows, through your triumphs and failures. And one day, that flame will transfer elsewhere, leaving behind everything that makes you, you. Your memories, your dreams, your inside jokes, your secret fears, all of it, gone like morning mist in summer sun. Let me share an analogy that haunts me, one that wakes me up at night and makes me question every scrolled away minute. Your existence isn't a long journey. It's a layover in an airport you'll never visit again. You arrive, still dazed from the miracle of birth, thinking you have time to explore every terminal, try every restaurant, meet every interesting stranger passing through. But here's the catch. The departure board is counting down, and in this airport, no one knows their gate number or departure time. Some travelers get called after just a few minutes, others after decades, but everyone's ticket eventually gets punched. Most of us spend our layover scrolling through our phones in the terminal, promising ourselves we'll explore later. We watch other passengers rushing to their gates, thinking, that won't be me for a long time. We spend hours watching TikTok videos of other people's adventures instead of having our own. Then suddenly, the final boarding call echoes through the speakers, and we realize we've spent our entire layover watching other people's highlight reels on tiny screens, too afraid or too comfortable to create our own stories. Here's the cosmic joke that no one prepares you for. Time isn't linear, it's logarithmic, and it's playing tricks on your mind. When you're 10, a summer vacation represents an eternity. It's 2% of your entire existence. The days stretch out like endless roads, each moment full and rich and heavy with possibility. But by 40, that same summer is 0.5%. Gone before you even update your Instagram story. That's why childhood memories feel like feature films while your 20s blur like a time lapse. It's not just perception, it's mathematics working against your consciousness. Your brain, that magnificent survival machine, is playing a cruel trick on you. Every morning you wake up, it reinforces the illusion of permanence. We survived another day, it whispers soothingly. Clearly this will go on forever. This biological optimism helped our ancestors survive saber-toothed tigers and ice ages, but in our modern world, it's become a cage of complacency. We postpone joy, adventure, and love, banking on a tomorrow that isn't guaranteed. We save our favorite clothes for special occasions that never come, wait to tell people we love them until it's too late, and put our dreams on hold for a future that might never arrive. Want to experience true existential terror? Try this experiment. Scroll through your phone's camera roll from exactly 1 year ago. Look at your face, your surroundings, your priorities. That person felt as permanent as you feel right now. They too had plans for someday. They too thought they had time. Now they're gone, replaced by you, who will similarly vanish into tomorrow's version of yourself. That person is as dead as the child you once were, as gone as the teenager who dreamed of changing the world. Here's the revolution hiding in plain sight, the truth that could transform every heartbeat of your remaining time. You don't have to choose between being productive and being alive. Work like you're immortal, but love like you'll die at midnight. Build your empire with the patience of redwoods, but kiss your loved ones with the urgency of mayflies. Your time isn't measured in hours or days or years. It's measured in heartbeats, in breaths, in moments of genuine connection. And each one is already becoming memory before it fully unfolds. Think about this. The average human heart beats 2.5 billion times in a lifetime. Sounds like a lot, all right? But you've already used up millions of those heartbeats just getting to this moment. Each word you're reading right now costs you precious heartbeats that you'll never get back. The question isn't whether your time is running out. It's whether you're spending these heartbeats on something worthy of their finite nature. Stop living in the gray zone between existence and aliveness. That Netflix show you're half watching while scrolling through Twitter. Either give it your full attention or turn it off. That conversation you're having while mentally rehearsing tomorrow's meeting. Either be fully present or excuse yourself. That dream you keep saying you'll pursue when the time is right. The time is never right. It's only ever now or never. Life happens in HD, not in the blurry periphery of divided attention. Here's a truth that society desperately tries to hide from you. Your life isn't a dress rehearsal for some future perfect version of itself. There is no practice run, no beta test, no soft launch. This is it, the main event, the real deal, the only performance you'll ever get to give. And the audience? They're not just watching, they're disappearing, one by one, as the show goes on. The greatest tragedy isn't dying. It's reaching death without having ever fully lived. It's dying with your best music still inside you, your deepest loves unexpressed, your wildest adventures unlived. It's reaching the end and realizing you spent your precious heartbeats trying to impress people you didn't even like, pursuing goals that weren't even yours, living a life designed by your fears rather than your dreams. Consider this. Every person you love is already a memory in progress. That coffee with your best friend, it's already becoming the story you'll tell at their wedding. That argument with your parents, it's already becoming the regret you'll carry when their chairs are empty. That dream you keep postponing, it's already becoming the weight that will press against your chest in your final hours. But here's where it gets beautiful. You're still here, reading these words, breathing, thinking, feeling. Your heart is still beating its measured rhythm of possibility. And as long as that's true, you have the power to change everything. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you have more money or more time or more courage. Now. Want to know the secret of people who die without regrets? They understand that life isn't about duration. It's about donation. It's not about how many years you get, but what you pour into those years. They love harder, laugh louder, risk bigger, and forgive faster. They understand that safety is an illusion and comfort is a cage. Try this experiment. Write your own eulogy. Not the sanitized version they'll read at your funeral, but the raw, honest truth of how you're living right now. Would you be proud of that story? Would it inspire others? Would it be worth reading? If not, you still have time to edit your life's manuscript. But the clock is ticking, and the ink is drying on today's page. Here's your wake-up call, your permission slip, your cosmic alarm clock. Stop treating your life like an infinite resource. Stop waiting for permission to be extraordinary. Stop saving your best for a tomorrow that isn't guaranteed. Your time isn't running out. It's already running. Right now, as these words echo in your mind, you're spending moments you'll never get back. The universe has been running its grand experiment for 13.8 billion years, and out of all that time and space, it created you. Unique, unrepeatable, finite you. You are made of stardust and stories, of dreams and determination, of love and loss and everything in between. And one day, maybe tomorrow, maybe decades from now, your particular collection of stardust will scatter back to the cosmos. So what will you do with this knowledge? Will you let it paralyze you with fear? Or will you let it set you free? Will you keep existing in the shallow end of life? Or will you dive deep into the terrifying, beautiful depths of full aliveness? Choose wisely, live completely, love recklessly, create relentlessly, because one day, and that day will come, the credits will roll on your movie. Make it one worth watching. Make it one worth remembering. Make it one that lights the way for others, even after your own light has gone out. The next move is yours. What story will you tell with the heartbeats you have left? Remember, the clock is ticking, the sand is falling, and this moment, this exact moment, is already becoming memory. Make it count.